Hello, today we are continuing in our unit on patterns in algebra, and we're talking about problems and equations with addition and subtraction. So we're not getting into the multiplication and division yet, we're just doing the addition and subtraction for today. So in this lesson you will solve word problems involving differences or totals using addition and subtraction equations. Remember that when a word problem is long, it is convenient to write out the data in point form. So if we look at this original problem, we say Armand spent 25 minutes doing his math homework. He spent 15 minutes more on his science project than on math homework. How much time did Armand spend on his science project? So we're not told how much time he spent on his science project. We're saying he spent 15 minutes more than his math, where he spent 25 minutes doing his math. And you'll notice I've been underlining the parts of our problems as we go along to help you to focus on those. So in point form, we would write 25 minutes on math homework, 15 minutes more on the science project than on math homework, and then X minutes on the science project. Where did we get this last part, the X minutes on the science project? Well, it's right here. This is what we want to find out, right? How much time did Armand spend on his science project? That's our unknown, so that's what we call the X, the unknown. Here we have 3 more problems, and all we want to do here is write out the data in point form. Again, remember, it's not asking us to solve anything, it just says to write out the data. So Iva has 16 marbles, 7 of them are red. How many are not red? So we would write that she has 16 marbles. 7 marbles are red. We could say 7 red or 7 red marbles. And how many are not red? That's what we're not given, right? So that's our X. So X are not red. In B, there are 6 rats and 3 hamsters in the store. How many rats and hamsters all together are in the store? 6 rats, 3 hamsters, and an unknown or an X amount of rats and hamsters. And in C, there's 18 cars in the parking lot. There's 7 fewer vans than cars in the lot. And how many vans are in the lot? So we know that there's 18 cars. We know that there's 7 fewer vans, but we don't know exactly how many vans. So there's X number of vans in the lot. Looking at these here, if we have 7 things and we have 3 things, there are 2 things that we can find out from these numbers. We could show the difference and we could show the total in that model. So the way that these are drawn, we could see that here the difference is 4, or if we add the total up, we could know the total is 10. So we could either do a subtraction question where we find the difference, or we could do an addition question where we find the total. On this slide, we're trying to figure out which piece of data belongs in which column. So looking at the parts here, there's X spoons and 8 forks, and there's 19 forks and spoons all together. So to find the difference, we would want to do 19 minus 8, which would equal 11. In B, we have 12 cars and X buses. The total that we have for both of them is 18. Taking 18 minus 12, the difference will equal 6. C is a little bit more complicated. It's telling us we have 5 bananas, X kiwis, and 3 fewer bananas than kiwis. So we've got 5 bananas, X kiwis, and 3 fewer bananas. So we know we've got X minus 5 is going to equal 3. What will our X be here? So we can find out what the total number is because we have to fill in all 3 columns, right? If we have 5 fewer bananas than kiwis and the difference is 3, we know that our X is going to equal 8. So here we can put an 8 for our X. Finding the total, we will need to add 5 plus 8, which will equal 13. Looking at D, a cat weighs 8 kilograms. 8 kilograms for the cat. A dog weighs 2 kilograms less than the cat, and the dog weighs X kilograms. So here again, the cat is 8 kilograms, the dog is 2 kilograms less, so that's our difference, and the dog weighs X kilograms. So we don't know how much the dog weighs, but we can figure that out because we have the other two numbers, right? So if the cat is 8 and the dog is 2 kilograms less, that would be what our X equals, right? So 8 minus 2 will be 5. So we know that the dog weighs 5 kilograms. The total for both of them together, we would add 8 plus 5, which again equals 13. Now we're going to write the equation for each of the problems in the exercises and in the activity. So if we have X spoons and 8 forks, X spoons, 8 forks. We have 19 altogether, so that means that X plus 8 will equal 19. How can we write the difference? 19 minus 8 will equal the X, right? So we can know that the X will be 11. Here we have 12 cars and X buses, 18 cars and buses together, so that's our total. So we know that 12 plus X will equal 18. How can we figure it out the difference? We take the total, 18, subtract the number of cars, and we'll get 6. So that must be the number of buses, 6 buses in the parking lot. If we have 5 bananas and X kiwis, there are 3 fewer bananas than kiwis, so 3 is our difference. How many do we have altogether? 5 plus X will equal our total, but we don't know what our total is, and we can't have 2 unknowns. So let's figure out what the difference is. 3 fewer bananas means that we need to start with the X, subtract the number of bananas to equal the difference of 3. So our X must equal 8. So now we can put it in here. 5 plus 8 will equal 13. And indeed, the cat weighs 8 kilograms, the dog weighs 2 kilograms less, and the dog weighs X kilograms. So our parts are 8 kilograms and X kilograms. The dog weighs 2 kilograms less, that's our difference. How can we figure out what our total is? Well, let's figure out the difference first. Which one weighs less? The dog weighs less, and we don't know how much the dog weighs, so we're doing 8 minus X equals 2. And we know that the X must equal 6, so we can substitute 6 in here for the X. 8 plus 6 will be 14. On this page, we are writing an equation and solving it. Ken bought 9 books and 3 magazines. How many books and magazines did he buy altogether? Altogether is our clue that we're going to add them, right? So 9 plus 3 equals our X, or the number that we want to know. 9 plus 3 is 12, so 12 equals X. In B, a book costs $8. Poster is $3 cheaper than the book. How much does the poster cost? Well, we start with the $8. We subtract the 3. The poster is $3 cheaper. That will be the X. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 equals X. The poster will cost $5. So some of this might be a little bit confusing. If you're having trouble with it, take your time, work through it in the best way that you can, and if you have questions, I'm always here to help you. So you should be able to do pages 12 to 13 in your practice book, and I will see you in the next lesson.